Just like we can fan absolute values on our command line, we can also fan references over a channel selection. So if we say group 20, color palette 1, plus color palette 6, enter, that's going to assign color palette 1 to the first channel in our selection, color palette 6 in the last channel in the selection, and create a color gradient between them on the remainder of the channels in the middle of the selection. We can do this with focus palettes as well. So if I say group 5, focus palette 1 plus focus palette 3, enter, it's going to put the first channel into focus palette 1 on our guitar, and the last channel on focus palette 3 on our drummer, and the center 3 fixtures are going to be fanned in between those points on the stage. Let's select last, sneak enter. We'll get those movers out of there. We can also fan a range of palettes. So if I say group 20, color palette 1 through 7, that is going to use all 7 color palettes, one onto each channel in the selection, and then repeat that selection until it runs out of channels. So here we're starting with red on our first channel on stage left, moving through our 7 color palettes, and then starting over again with red, and continuing on through the selection until it runs out of channels. We can also use our fan modifiers here. If I say select last, fan, mirror out, cluster 12, color palettes 1 through 7. This is going to assign a color palette to each group of 12 cells. So we have a lot less granularity here. So the first 12 cells will use the red, and because we applied our mirror out modifier, it's going to start in the middle. The next 12 on either side of the center section are going to go to orange, and so forth. You'll see on this example, we didn't get to use all of our color palettes before we ran out of channels. Let's go ahead and record this look as 102.5. So we'll say record 102.5. We can also fan timing and delays across a range of channels in a similar fashion. Let's build up an example. Let's start by taking group 2 to full. And I want 101 and 103 in preset 1 on our singer. Let's grab 104 plus 105, put those at 80%, and I want to put those on our drummer in focus palette 3. And I want 102 at 80% as well, and that one's going to be on our guitar player. And then I want to grab group 22 and put that in color palette 6. So now we want to add some discrete timing on our moving lights fading up. And we want to do this in an order that we haven't yet recorded as a group. So we're going to go ahead and build a subgroup on the fly for this. And as a reminder, to do that, we need to clear our command line, and we hold Shift/ to get that open parentheses on the command line. And we'll say 101 plus 103. We'll Shift/ to close that, plus 102. That one will be by itself. Let's open a parentheses one more time, 104 plus 105. And Shift/ to close that. So now it's going to treat 101 and 103 as a single channel in terms of the timing that we apply. 102 will be by itself, and 104 and 105 will be grouped together with their timing. So we'll say time 2 through 12, enter. And if we hold down our timing display key, reminder, if you don't have a timing display key on your hardware, you can hold about and press time. And you'll see that because of the subgroups we built, 101 and 103 have the beginning of the range, which is 2 seconds. 102 is by itself with the center of the range, which is 7 seconds. And 104 and 105 are the end of the selection, so they get the full 12 seconds. We can also do this with delays as well. So if we grab group 41, which is our psych cells mirror out, and we say delay 0 through 6, enter. And that's going to fan the delay of 0 through 6 across the entire channel selection using mirror out. So if I hold down the timing key again here, we can see that this only applied to the cells, and it's going to start in the center and work its way out because that's how group 41 is built. All right, let's go ahead and record this as 103. And let's back up a cue and watch how all that runs. So when we press go, we're going to see our moving lights fade up in their separate timings based on the discrete timings we assigned. And our cyc light is going to delay its color change, starting in the center and working its way out.